Welcome back, everybody. Let's have a look at this time. I am going to make a video on Matic, so don't worry about that, but tonight we're going to look at Bitcoin and XRP, because it's not that I expect anything other than bearish moves from either of these, but things are getting a little tight for these guys right now. So we're on the daily, we're looking at XRP, we're looking at making a brand new low for the year in the next maybe week or so, going to at least the 20 cent or lower area, where we're looking for some decent bouncing. Okay, so this is based on what I've been saying with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's looking like it wants to come down still, and I know this channel's getting pretty boring now, because I've been saying it's going down for such a long time now, and I still believe there's more room to go, surprisingly. So all I've got to go by really is everything I always say on this channel. We've got moving averages facing down, we've got descending trend that we're still stuck under, we're failing to break out of there constructively, and we've got death cross. We've got we have MACD in negative territory, looking like it wants another bearish cross beneath the 0 point. Everything's looking bearish beneath the Ichimoku cloud conversion baseline cross here on the daily. Also we have a cross on the weekly here. So everything looks like it wants to continue down. So that weekly cross took place here at this price action here, and we've only come down to this level here where we are right now. That's not continuation enough for me. There's plenty of room to go, and I know there was a golden cross that took place on the weekly, but it's not anything for me. That's nothing to go by. Something like that, a golden cross on the weekly is good, but it could take a while for that to play out. So we've got plenty of time to move downwards before that golden cross has any significance whatsoever, if any at all. And I'm sure it is significant. I mean, it's a golden cross on the weekly, it's got to be good. But to be honest, with everything else is facing down, I still expect more downwards trend, at least down to this level, 6,500 or thereabouts. Probably find a bounce, but we're going to be edging our way into this area quite soon. By when will this be? The end of December, so not long. We'll have to have broken up or down out of this area by the end of December. This is likely to happen before then. Now, in Bitcoin's favour, historically there's been a little bit of bullish price action around the Christmas holidays, but we're only at the 12th now. That's not really that. It's not really Christmas holiday season at the moment. We're leading up into that. That could happen, but again, we've still got plenty of room to go. Excuse me. Look at all these rejections that we're having on this descending trend. There's a battle going on, so there is a chance that we could break out of this, definitely. We have strong rejection all the way down this descending trend, which is what we expect. Only when we break out of there can we talk about being bullish. So when I'm talking breaking out with a candle body close, not these wicks like what we see here, these wicks and this wick especially. Don't get fooled into thinking that counts. It doesn't count. We have to have a daily candle close for me to start to consider that we've gone bullish, and I will definitely strongly consider it. It will change not my bias to any specific direction, but it will make me It will make me think twice about which direction it's going if we have a candle body close above this here. Anyway, that said, looking at Bitcoin and looking at XRP, they're basically trending alongside each other. We'll see this more obviously. We'll start with a 1 hour and we'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So this is Bitcoin on an hour. This is so that's 6 o'clock. That's 6 o'clock. We're looking at a chart which is basically mimicking each other. Bitcoin, whatever it decides to do, XRP is following exactly the same suit. It's not doing the as bigger moves, but if Bitcoin goes up, XRP goes up. If Bitcoin goes down, XRP goes down, and you can see it's basically doing the same thing. And there's really nothing else to it right now, which is why I'm going to trade these as a single asset, which is why I've got them loaded up on Bybit over here, waiting for a move if it were to take place. That move isn't going to be a short, even though I expect him to come down. That would actually be a long in the event that we come down to these target levels that I've got, which is for Bitcoin around about 6,500. Now, be longing from that area, provided we look like we're bouncing from that area, with a very tight stop loss beneath it of about $100 or so. XRP again would be the same, expecting to come down to around about 20 cent, with a tight stop loss of around about 19, provided I start to see a bounce at that level. We might not see it, but if we do start to see it, I'll be buying it with the hope that maybe that is the bottom and we'll continue with it up. And then I'll ride that for a little while and decide whether or not it's something worth continuing, or if I'll close it if I feel like it's going to come back down to retest those levels. pretty simple trading, pretty much pretty simple strategy, but that's how, you know, I like to keep it. It does me fine. Trading on moving averages is generally how I do it, with a few other indicators here and there, but basically we have this descending trend we're stuck under, and this is going to dictate the entire market. This is whatever Bitcoin does now, all other coins are going to do. There's always going to be exceptions to the rule, but when we're trading sort of the major alts, you know, the top 20 alts, you know, the top ones, you know, we're talking XRP, Ethereum, and all these guys, then they're going to be following Bitcoin's moves, and at the moment it does definitely look like it wants to keep going down. So but again, I've been shorting this asset now. I've been shorting Bitcoin on and off since 11,200, so I do feel like a lot of my shorts have now played out, and we are looking for a reversal at some point soon. This may not be the reversal. I do have this bottom line here where the absolute bottom would be. That's 4,900. That area would definitely be bought up by myself. I'll be going long on my margin accounts. I'll be buying my Bitcoins back if it ever goes down that low, because I'll be very surprised if that level breaks, if we ever get down to that level at all. At the moment we're just hanging around, chipping away at this descending trend, hoping that it will break to the up and we can all go bullish on everything, and that would be great. But at the moment, you know, we haven't broken that, have we? We've not broken that since the summer, so it's only fair to assume that we will not break it now. It doesn't look bullish to me in any way, so it's as simple as that. That's my trading strategy. I'm going to do it only with XRP and Bitcoin. I might maybe do it with Ethereum as well, but I do have separate targets for Ethereum, which is roughly around about $120 or so, but I'm not too fussed because I don't like to trade Ethereum as much as these two. Ethereum is something that I accumulate rather than trade. You can only trade so many assets at one time, so I think 2 is more than enough. I could trade obviously many more than that at one time, but it's just too much for me to do. I like to try and keep it as simple as possible, and that's why I'm only trading those two. But this theory that I have would definitely work well with Ethereum, definitely. Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP are all trading in the same way, so they're all going to mimic Bitcoin. So it's the Bitcoin chart that we follow, and the others basically are an afterthought, because they will react in the same way. Anyway, I'll leave it with you there. Nice boring video for you. Hope you enjoyed that. If you didn't, please let me know. If you disagree with me, also please let me know. Yeah, I hope you have a nice evening and take it easy. Thanks for watching.